month's theme is giving. So last week we talked about 3 things that enhance you and change your life if you self-give. Another word is self-love to yourself. So number 1 was you start feeling more in charge of yourself. Number 2 is you start setting boundaries. And number 3 is you don't need approval. So number 4, we're going to get into 4, 5, 6, and 7 because we already talked about 1, 2, and 3. You can look back on this or you can look in the IGTVs. Number 4 was you will start making more courageous and conscious decisions. And this is where you will start getting rid of things that you don't deserve and situations that you don't need to be in, because everything comes back to people pleasing, where we're like, we say yes, and then we're in a situation we don't want to be in, or we're with people we shouldn't be with because we say yes, yes, yes. And when you start making conscious decisions and being courageous and being not scared of saying no, because we're always scared of FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. We're always scared that people are going to stop liking us, that we're going to lose connection. But if it doesn't suit you, then you need to be courageous enough and say no, and get out of all the situations that are in your head, that are bothering you, that are causing you stress and anxiety. And you don't want that, because the stress and anxiety is lowering your mood and making you not the person you should. Your real person just keeps on getting suppressed because you're not being courageous or conscious enough. Once you start saying no and you start being courageous and people start acknowledging you and being like, these are her boundaries, I like her, I'm still going to be her friend, and this is the way she is, and we're okay with it, then you and the real you starts coming out as well. Number 5, you start enjoying being yourself. So you start doing things that you love. Maybe it's cooking, it's writing, it's volunteering, it's swimming, it's yoga, whatever it is. You start doing things you love and you start becoming happier. And you stop seeking to go and find things. Like you stop seeking, let's go to, Home Goods. And let's just walk around because I don't know what to do with myself, and I'm just going to pick up all this stuff, and you come out with all this stuff. Or let's just make a run to Target for no reason. So we do things to try to satisfy us, to keep the time going, to, we spend money here. We do all these things that we don't really need to do. But when you start enjoying yourself and you start connecting with yourself, whether it be through yoga, through meditation, through just sitting alone, walking in nature, whatever it is, when you start connecting and you start doing things you love, like when I start painting, I'll paint and I'll forget, like 5 hours will go by because it's something that I love. And I don't care about going to Target, and I don't care about buying that vase that I always wanted on the counter, and I don't care about this, because those things are irrelevant to me because I'm doing something I love. When I'm cooking for my family, or I'm cooking, live, and I'm not thinking about anything else, I'm not thinking about, how come I didn't go there, or how come I missed this, because I'm in the moment and I'm loving what I'm doing, and I've decided that I'm going to do what makes me happy. And I did an article, and you guys probably read that on chutney, that when I did the chutney, I had so many people telling me, why are you doing this? You're a doctor's wife. Why are you standing in the kitchen? Why are you doing this labor work? You don't need to do this. You have enough money, or they'd look at me and be like, what is Uzma's problem? And I would just ignore it all, because I love myself and I love doing the chutney and I loved making it, and I love seeing people's faces when people are like, this is so delicious. Give me 5 bottles. Give me 6 bottles. I'm going to order a case. I want all 4 of yours. I just ran out. Can I have more? When people were doing that, it was energizing me because it was something I loved, and I didn't care about what other people said. I didn't care about anything else because I was doing something that I love. So when you start enjoying yourself and doing things you love rather than all this bogus stuff, you will see such a change. Number 6, stronger relationships with yourself. So that's all about being happier. Once you start connecting with yourself, grounding yourself, and really being like, I just have one life. I'm over 40. I can't be doing this anymore for everybody else, because how much longer can I sustain this? It's my time to give to myself, to fill myself. Then you start being happier. You start really knowing yourself, right? Because a lot of us, once we raise kids and they're gone and they're getting older and they're in their own lives, we sit and we wonder, who are we? What was the purpose? we really don't know ourselves anymore because, when you're young, you're giddy, you have the energy, you want to do all these type of things. Then you get older and your energy is lower. And then you're like, like for me, the chutney again. I had so much energy then. I wanted to do it. And now I'm getting older. I don't have the energy, and my mind and my growth has been more now to serve women. So that makes me happier. So you change and you feel like you figure out what your purpose is once you figure out yourself. So it's really time to start really thinking about who you are, what your passions are, what you like. And the last one, number 7, you stop seeking happiness from others. This is something that has recently happened to me where I really enjoy being by myself. I enjoy taking my lunch, sitting in front of the television, eating by myself. And I don't know if it's COVID or just me getting older. I like having my mornings just to walk around. When I go for walks, I don't need anybody to go walk with me because I like to be there with my thoughts. So all these things start happening. You start being confident in yourself, and you start enjoying being with yourself, and you don't seek others' approvals. You don't seek other relationship. Like, when movie theaters were open, I would go to the movie theater by myself. And it was just like, this is so great. Get my popcorn, get my soda, watch the movie, lay back, eat, have the best time. And I still know people who say, I can't go to the movie theater by myself. I have to go with somebody. That's because they haven't reached the part where they've connected to themselves and they love themselves. I don't mind going to Five Guys and getting a burger, sitting in the car, or bringing it home and eating it on my own. I enjoy that. And that's okay. Because that means that you have finally accepted yourself and you're in a deeper relationship with yourself as well. So how can you achieve this? Because all these 7 things are amazing, right? Let me go through the 7 things one more time so you guys understand. When you want to start feeling in charge of your life, you start setting boundaries, number 2. Number 3, you will stop seeking approval. Number 4, you will start making more courageous and conscious decisions. Number 5, you enjoy being with yourself. Number 6, you have stronger relationships with yourself. And number 7, you stop seeking happiness from from your relationships. You start seeking happiness just from yourself. So those are the 7 things. So you might wonder, how can you achieve this? There's so many. Well, the thing is, you don't have to be like, oh my God, all these 7 things, there's so many things I need to achieve. No. Start with, number 1, number 2, or start with 3 things like I gave you last week. That's why I don't bombard you. I like to do little steps. Start saying no. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop thinking of what you do. Do things that you enjoy. So, it takes a lot of steps. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. It's going to happen by staying consistent, by really keeping yourself accountable and being conscious. But it's also going to start by connecting with yourself, by doing yoga, by doing meditation. Like I said, just being alone in a room and just closing your eyes and just breathing and just taking out time for yourself. Because if you don't self-give to yourself in these quiet and these connecting and grounding ways, then it's still going to be chaotic and you're not going to be able to focus, because you want to focus inwards on what you want. And a lot of times self-giving doesn't happen because we're giving, and we don't give to ourselves and we don't allow it to absorb. So what you can do is you can sit down once a week, once a month, every other week, whatever is best for you. Some people can do it all the time, some people can do it ever. But as long as you just come back to yourself and you ask yourself these questions: how am I feeling? Am I okay with the decisions I have made? Will they serve me? And will they make me energized? Let me repeat them again. How am I feeling? Am I okay with the decisions I have made? Are they serving me? And am I feeling energized? It's all about connecting with yourself, just asking yourself these questions. And if something isn't right, then just don't be like, oh, this doesn't work, this isn't right. Sit down and figure out. Like if you're like, how am I feeling? I'm feeling great. Am I okay with the decisions that I made? I'm not sure. So then you just think to yourself, why am I not okay with it? Is it because I'm doing it for somebody else? Is it because I'm doing it for me? Or is it something I don't believe in? Right? You'd have to dissect it. Will they serve me? Well, they won't really serve me, but this other person will be happy. Well, then you know that your decision is wrong. Because if it's not serving you and making you happy first, then you're really not serving the other person and making them genuinely happy. Because you have to be serving yourself and happy. Because then you can be authentic to serve other people and be happy with them too, right? And number 4, will it make me feel energized? Does this make you feel passionate? Does it make you feel happy? You know, can you see the future? Do you have goals? Do you feel like you have a purpose? Or is it just like, I'm just doing it because I have to, and that's what society tells me, and that's what my limited beliefs are, and inside I don't feel good about it, but I gotta do what I gotta do. If it's not making you feel energized and it's not passionate, then think of another way that you can handle the situation that will make you passionate, or maybe just don't even engage in it. You have to really start being strong, and that's what we're not. We give in, we allow others to lead our lives, and then we feel bad, then we feel resentful, then we feel angry. And it's not the other person's fault. It's your fault because you haven't stood up for yourself. You don't think you're worthy enough. So start going slow, connecting with yourself. Once you connect with yourself, then everything else will slowly happen. It's because we don't connect with ourselves when we don't give to ourselves. So that's it for today. Sharing is caring. If you guys love it, let me know. Remember, last day to order November box. I'd really love to have you in the subscription group and go deeper and serve you as much as I can. So enjoy today, and I will get back to you. Don't forget, today at 3 o'clock, I have my live yoga session. I'd love you to be there to start your journey with me. So take care. Bye-bye.